happened on the evening of October 7th and the morning of October 8th, when the Israeli Defense Forces reached the kibbutzim that had been attacked by Hamas on the morning of October 7th?
They used tanks and aircraft to bomb the houses that contained both Hamas fighters and Israeli hostages. The evidence of this is pretty overwhelming, and it's not from a Palestinian source. It's from Haaretz, the Israeli newspaper, and they've got other Israeli citizens on the record citing what happened. So Israel, in the immediate aftermath of this attack on October 7th by Hamas, which was, it turns out to be a well-planned military operation, they attacked both Israeli military outposts and also took kibbutzim in order to take hostages. And they used the hostages to exchange them for prisoners, as they've done in the past. Israel was caught so unaware, so surprised, that they were both humiliated and they reacted without regard for human life, and then proceeded to blame all of the burned, charred bodies of Israelis in these buildings on Hamas, when in fact, the destruction that was caused, Hamas did not have a tank or an aircraft that was dropping 500-pound bombs or JDAMs. Only Israel had those, and the houses reflected damage that could only be caused by Israeli defense forces.
So someone from Prime Minister Netanyahu to a commander on the scene, somewhere in that chain of command,
correct,
ordered the Israeli Air Force and military to attack and kill Israeli citizens in order to kill at the same time Hamas that was there.
Right. And then, in fact, you had Israeli helicopter pilots who were flying, I think, Apaches, which are attack helicopters. They admitted they were firing on vehicles that were fleeing from that rave, that desert rock festival. And they had no way of knowing who was in the car or who wasn't. And in fact, they did end up killing Israeli kids. And yet the audacity of this is that Israel turns around and blames it all on Hamas and proceeds with the lie that Hamas beheaded 40 babies. Well, you know what? Give me the list of the names of those babies. You haven't seen a single grandparent show up on television anywhere saying, have you seen my grandson or my granddaughter? Because grandparents are fierce when it comes to their grandchildren. It was a complete, total lie made up by the Israel and sold to the news networks across the United States.
Well, Joe Biden himself at one point claimed he saw a picture of it. Then, of course, the White House had to walk him back because the picture didn't exist because the event didn't happen.
Right. If they existed, fine. Put it out there. And then if Hamas really did that, then they should absolutely be condemned. But what Israel did was manufacture a big lie because it got caught with its pants down. They were embarrassed, humiliated, because Israel's reputation as having this great intelligence service, this great military, were completely beaten on October 7th, and they're now extracting revenge on the Palestinians because of their embarrassment.
I want to play this clip from